My iPhone 16 Pro Max is sick, and well, I'm not taking it to the doctor. I'm putting it out the pasture. I actually have a iPhone 16 Pro that I have now, and I'm curious. I want to see if I can replicate the same issues. I'm recording on my 16 Pro Max, and I told y'all the other day that I'm taking it back to the Apple Store, and I'm gonna get this sucker switched out. It's got some serious problems that have been getting worse. They're getting worse. And if you're wondering, well, why haven't you taken it back yet? Why do you keep talking about it? Because the mall where the Apple Store at is crazy. So I drove down by the mall today, and for like two exits, the cars were backed up. So it's just insane. I'm not going anywhere near that place right now. It's not an emergency, especially since I have this one now. So I'm going to be using the 16 Pro, and it gives me another opportunity to test some stuff out. And I really like the Pro. I prefer the smaller size, just like with the Pixel 9 Pro. I think it's an underappreciated market. I think it's an untapped market, really. And I think you can kind of put some stock in that because Pixel, they made a regular Pro size phone because I think people are catching on. Not everybody wants these giant behemoth of phones. And that's not a slight, it's not a dig at the S24 Ultra. It's not a dig at the Pixel 9 Pro XL. But it's kind of like you've always had to compromise. If you don't get the biggest phone, you don't get all the features. And that's one reason why I have appreciated that iPhone makes a Pro Series. It's another reason why I appreciate that Pixel now makes a Pro Series. And I'd like to see Samsung follow suit. But here's the crazy thing. So I'm running the latest software build on my iPhone. I got iOS 18.2, or for my international friends, iOS 18.2. I don't know why we say point here in the US and some people say dot, but it is what it is, I suppose. So I've talked about this previously where I have screen unresponsiveness, but it's in apps. And it's not completely unresponsive because you can scroll and you can exit out, like minimize the app, go back to the home screen, reopen the app, but it becomes unresponsive to tapping. Like you can't tap on an icon. Like if I were to tap on messages, it wouldn't pull up. Like you just can't. Well, that's not accurate. When I'm in a certain app, like it was kind of limited to Reddit, and it was also, what was the other one that was doing? Chrome was doing it, or Safari was doing it. Even my email occasionally, but there's only like 4 or 5 apps that would do it, and for the most part, most other ones would work. Now Discord is doing it. And iMessage is even doing it. So I've been in iMessage. I get ready to send a message, and then I go to tap the send icon over on the right side, and it just doesn't register that I'm tapping. You can tap it like 20 times, minimize it, open it back up, tap it again. The only way to get it to work is if you close the app and then reopen it. And this is the case with all of the apps that are on there. Like if it's Safari, you close it and reopen it, it works. If it's iMessage, you close it, reopen it, it works. So I've never in the history of my usage of phones ever experienced something like this before. It's a pretty catastrophic bug. It's not like, oh yeah, it crashes or it does this. Like you'll just be humming along, doing your thing, and then you try and tap on something and it just says screw you. Like I'm not gonna work, buddy. So that's problematic, and I'm glad that I have the 16 Pro now. And you're probably wondering, well, Adam, if you have problems with the 16 Pro Max, why would you go buy a 16 Pro? Well, I got the 16 Pro because I gave my son my 15 Pro Max. So it's kind of like a Christmas present / going away present. So if you didn't see the community post I put last week, my oldest son, he's not even 19 yet, he decided to move off to College Station. If you're not from Texas, you might not know where that's at. College Station is where Texas A&M is at, and he wants to go to Texas A&M. He's going to start off at Blinn. So Blinn is like the junior college that people go through there that kind of straight pipes into A&M. So he wants to go to A&M. He wants to get his degree in engineering, and he's been working since he graduated from high school. So he got a job. He was working at McDonald's like his senior year, but they were paying like $11 an hour, which is pretty terrible. It's crazy to me. You go to California, if you work at In-N-Out Burger, you can make like $21 an hour. Here in Texas, like in Houston, it's like $10, $11 an hour to work at McDonald's. So he got a job at a car dealership because they were paying him $15 an hour. Plus he got kind of like a little bit of commission where he'd get like 300-400 bucks if he got a sale. He was kind of like their online sales coordinator. So what he would do is when people would call in, he would set up appointments with actual salespeople. He would get the cars ready. If they're like, "Hey, I want to come in and look at this car," he'd have it ready, and the salesperson, the keys already pulled. Or if somebody wanted to schedule an oil change, he would facilitate that, and he would kind of mess with like updating the sales. Well, he had put in for a job at a same similar dealership in College Station, and they're like, "Hey, we actually have a manager position, the online sales manager." So they were like, even though he's only 18 with 6 months of experience, they gave him the online sales manager position, which is fantastic. So it's like a brag moment for my son. Super proud of him. Got a job making a lot more money than he was, and he's got an apartment. He's got his car. Like I gave him his car that I paid 4 years ago. So yeah, he's starting there. So he had an iPhone 13, and it was not in good shape. The battery would die all the time. So before he left, I gave him my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I gave him my 2024 iPad Pro, like the 11-inch with the M4 in it. So if you don't see videos on that in the future, that's why. So it was like a Christmas / going away present / help him when he starts college next month. So anyway, yeah, that's why I got a 16 Pro, because when I added a line over at T-Mobile and I traded in something else and I got a good deal on it. So I was like, all right, I'll use this and I'll be happy with the smaller version, at least, everything other than the battery life. However, it gives me an opportunity to use a smaller one again and also to do some testing and try and see if it suffers from the same infection. Infection implies virus. So it's kind of one of those things where I know it's software related. It can't be hardware related. If it were hardware related, then it would be the digitizer, and it would be something that always happens or likely always happens. It wouldn't be something infrequent or something that only applies to certain apps. It's not all of them. Like I can pull up photos and it works. I can pull up the calendar and it works. I can pull up many things and it works. But specifically where I have issues is with Safari is the worst. Now, iMessages is bad, and it's been really bad the last 2 days. I've typed up messages. I get ready to send them, won't send. I can't tap the button, and it's driving me insane. So thankfully, I'm migrating everything over to this, and I will be seeing if it happens on here again, if I can replicate it. But it's weird that this is happening. And I've had other issues, like AirDrop has been problematic again. Like it was pretty decent when it first started. AirDrop's now having problems again. It's getting hot whenever I'm using the camera for sure. And then sometimes when I use YouTube, after a couple of minutes, it starts getting hot. And the screen unresponsiveness issue, there's just so many problems that I'm having with it. It's not cool. And it's something that you really don't expect from Apple. I might would expect that from another company, but not Apple, especially that other people I know are experiencing this too. This is not just limited to me. I've had people in the comment section like, yeah, battery life has been really poor the last couple of months. Or, yeah, I'm having the screen unresponsiveness issues too. Or, yeah, my camera app crashes on me. Or, yeah. So there's a wide variety. The iPhone 16 Pro series, Pro Max series, has been probably the buggiest phone that I've used since the Pixel 6. Like, it's really, really bad. And it's really, I think it's even worse. Maybe it's magnified because it's Apple. Like, you don't expect this stuff. The slogan for the longest time unofficially is, it just works, right? And I know I get so many people like, quit hating on Apple. Why are you bashing Apple? Like, look, this isn't even necessarily me bashing Apple. Of course, it's me talking about the phone, and it's negative, but it's problematic. Like, it's a serious issue. So I would say the same thing about any other phone if it were having these problems. And I would say go back and look at my Pixel 6, Pixel 7 days, where as much as I'm a strong supporter of Google, I've had a lot of negative things to say about them. So it's not that I just have it out for these guys. It's more like an awareness thing to let other people know, like, hey, if this is happening to you, you're not alone. Like, this is a problem. And a lot of times you never hear about this stuff from other creators, other people who make videos. Everything's always is positive. It's nice. It's amazing. It's changed my life. It's the best thing ever. I'm switching. Anyway, but yeah, it's something that's seriously problematic. And it's crazy to me because if this were a wide level issue with Google, it would be getting crucified right now. If this were a Samsung issue, it would be getting crucified right now. So the level of pandering and just ignoring like the problem exists just because it's Apple is a serious problem. And a lot of these guys, they can't say any of that stuff because if you get sent an iPhone, you get sent Apple products, if you say something even remotely not positive, you're jeopardizing not getting that early access anymore. And that's something that, well, quite frankly, makes a lot of people's channels. If somebody has early access and they were to lose early access, then it could crush their channel. Like it really, really could. So, I mean, I get it, but thankfully I'm not in that boat. And I will never be in that boat because I'm pretty certain Tim Cook has me on like a personal hate list. But anyway, I'm interested to test this one out again. Like I said, I genuinely like the iPhone 16 Pro. There's a lot of stuff I like about it. I mean, if you want to put stock in it, even MKBHD said the iPhone 16 Pro is the best camera, even though I think that that's a load of BS. I don't know anybody with a straight face that could say the iPhone 16 Pro or Pro Max has the best camera. And no, the Pixel definitely has the best point and shoot camera. And I know this very good. I mean, it is very, very good, but it's hard for me to take a phone camera seriously when probably half the flying saucers people are reporting seeing, these drones, are probably just people using an iPhone at nighttime because you still get that green orb or green orbs, depending on the light source, that are all over your screen. So, yeah, the iPhone camera, it's good, but it's not that good. It's not best camera of the year. Anyway, so that's all I got. I just wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about my sick phone. Maybe your phone is sick too. Maybe it's also suffering from the iOS blues, but hopefully Apple gets this sorted out. Maybe it's not getting sorted out because enough people are not complaining about it. So if you're having these problems, I definitely encourage you to complain about it because complaining about things is how they get fixed. And I mean, that's just the American way, right? So that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, want to call me a Apple hater, go to the comments. We can hash it out. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for your support, for watching these videos, for being the wonderful people that you are. I put out a community post yesterday. And I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm tremendously thankful for all you guys. I'm thankful. My family is thankful you make this possible. So many of you guys have been around for many, many, many years. You know, back when I was covering BlackBerry, and even before I was making videos that my face wasn't even in the video, which maybe that's hurting my channel growth. I don't know. I'm certainly not, certainly a little lighter in the hair department over these last couple of years. But anyway, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, happy holiday. I'll still be making videos every day. So if you get bored Christmas Day and you're like, man, I really want something to go with my coffee, tune in. You'll have a video. So that's all I've got. Thanks for everything. You're amazing. And as always, I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys next time.